Hey, so just so everybody knows, I'm leaving on the 15th of May, and I'm going to Spain for 8.5 weeks. I'll be walking the Camino, uh, various Caminos, and then I have a flight from Madrid to Bangkok on July 20th, and then I have a visa for 6 months in Vietnam starting on August 20th. So through February 20th, and then I'm probably going to stay in Asia a little bit longer. And I have 3 goals. One of them is to finish my book on the Camino. Another one is to shoot a bunch of video and work on my YouTube channel. And the other one is to learn how to scuba dive and throw in some cooking classes and some Vietnamese classes and maybe some Thai classes. Probably all those things. And yeah, more on that in a second. Hey, so I didn't want to carry a phone with me when I leave for Spain. And I might get one when I'm in Asia after I'm settled a little bit, but I have a lot more important things than having a phone. And so I was looking around in the marketplace to see what exactly was available. So I'm giving up my iPhone camera. My iPhone 7 Plus has a great camera on it, and I've shot a lot of video with this camera, and I'm shooting it with it right now. And I started doing research, and I discovered the iPod Touch, which is like basically a miniature iPhone 7 Plus, except the camera's terrible, the battery life is terrible, but it does all the other things that a smartphone does, except GPS. But everything else I can do. I can email, and there's no cell service, so you have to be wireless. You have to have a Wi-Fi connection, but it does everything. And so that's what I started focusing on, and I was thinking I should get the 128 gigabyte model so I can shoot a ton of photos and video on the way. I did a ton of research on this. The camera's shitty. And so I thought, instead of getting the 128 gig one, which is almost $300, let's get the 32 gig one. So I did. I bought a 32 gig iPod Touch 6th gen, and it's running the exact same OS that my phone is. And I just updated both of them, so they're on the latest iOS version. I also got a GoPro. I was thinking about buying my phone from Sprint. I'm leasing it, which is the dumbest thing that you can do. So this is a new phone to me in August, I think. And Sprint wants $500 for it. And it's like, hell no, I'm not spending $500 on this phone. And so between the iPod Touch 6th gen, which is also tiny. I mean, this thing, here, I'll show you. It's tiny. It's this little thing, and it's thin. I got a case for it that's coming in the mail. I also bought a GoPro. So for the iPod Touch and the GoPro, it's the same amount as paying, $500 for this phone. The GoPro camera, it does one thing really, really well. It's a great camera. And I got a 128 gig chip for it, micro SD chip. And so I've got the 32 gig iPod Touch and a GoPro Hero 5. And I'm thrilled. And so I'm turning my phone in, and my phone will go dead. My phone number will no longer be around after the 15th of May. But you can reach me through Facebook, and you can reach me through email. And Facebook Messenger, I think, works on the iPod Touch as long as I have a Wi-Fi connection. GPS would be nice, but, I can go back to Maps. And Google Maps works great. And Google Earth works great in this. I have a wireless connection, so that's probably telling me Google Earth works great and on my iPod Touch. And Google Maps work great on my iPod Touch with the Wi-Fi connection. I haven't really tried them out in the wild. I don't think they're going to do much without an outside connection. There's no GPS antenna on it. I'll have to play with it more. My biggest concern was having connectivity to the world through Facebook Messenger and through email and through whatever little devices I can find that will let me connect. Basically Facebook. And it takes reasonable photos, probably a lot better photos than the camera that I originally walked the Camino with, which was a little Sony point and shoot, 1.3 megapixel. At least the camera on the iPod Touch is 8 megapixel. By getting that and the GoPro, I basically have the same functionality as I would with the cell phone minus voice and awareness. I'm leaving on the 15th, and I'm almost packed. And I've got a couple more boxes to go up to Chris's house. Yeah, tearing down my computer, and some winter clothes are going up to Chris's, and then I don't know how long I'm going to be gone. I might be gone a year, I might be gone 2 years, I might be gone 6 months. Well, I'll be gone at least 9 months, I think. I might be gone a year. So the other thing about a GPS, having a GPS, that's relatively new technology. Well, I mean, not totally new, but I didn't use it on the Camino in 2010, and I don't suspect you're going to need it any time on the Camino at all, not with yellow arrows and a lot of people around you going in the same direction. So that's I really don't need it. The other thing is I'm traveling without any other computing, so I will be in collection mode in terms of video. I won't be processing any video until I get to Asia, and a laptop powerful enough to edit video. And that might be a challenge. I have to figure that one out along the way. And I also want to write, so I'm going to be spending a lot of time writing, scuba diving, shooting video, hopefully, editing video, hopefully, taking some Thai classes, some Vietnamese classes. I'm going to spend a month in Thailand, and then, like I said, I have a 6-month visa starting August 20th. That goes through February 20th. I will probably opt to stay longer. When I return to the States, I don't want to return to the States in the winter, and I have no idea where I'm going to end up when I come back to the States. I don't know. I mean, I love Boise, but Boise is too crazy. It's too crazy anymore. Maybe I'll end up in Weezer. Weezer might feel good by then. So one more little clip here. I just wanted to mention that I brought my iPod Touch 6th Gen to the Sprint booth at the mall, along with my iPhone 7 Plus, and they copied all of my app over to my iPod, and it looks just like my phone. There's a little functionality that it's missing, but I have everything there that I had before. So that's really helpful and really cool. As a closing note, I have been looking for this trip for 8 years, pretty much, working towards it and staying healthy and planning, and it's finally here. May 15th, I leave. I'm going to miss a lot of people, but I'm also going to make 1,000 new friends on the Caminos. Finish the one that I started in 2010, that is the Camino Frances, starting in Sa-Yun. It's spelled Sahagun, and I found it today just for the first time that it's pronounced Sa-Yun. Sa-Yun. And it's a little more than halfway. And so I will finish in about 2 weeks. That puts me in June 2nd, 3rd, somewhere in there. And then I'll walk out to the coast to Muxia and Finisterre. And then I'm going to take the train to Lisbon and do the Camino Portuguese. So I'm going to walk from Lisbon north to Santiago de Compostela. And then we'll figure out what date that is. I fly out of Madrid on July 19th. And I'm flying on Aeroflot, and I'm flying through Moscow. So Madrid, Moscow, Bangkok, and it's about 15 hours. I've got a layover in Moscow for 90 minutes, and I hope everything goes off without a hitch, because I don't want to get stuck in Moscow. It's the most expensive city in the world, and that's pretty much why I don't want to get stuck there. Keep in touch. Send me notes in Facebook Messenger, and keep in touch. And I will be posting stuff along the way. I should be doing what I do best, walking and eating. See you later. I love you, everybody. Love y'all a lot. See ya.